Hi everybody, I'm Debbie and we are Body by Phil in our garage gym. Today I have an email from Anna in Pennsylvania and she asks Phil, I have just turned 60 and I'm interested in weight training. What is the one thing I should consider before beginning my weight training program?
Wow, really good question, Anna. There's actually so much material I want to cover. I actually created some sheets with bullet points on it, and I don't want to miss anything. And remember, we're talking to people that, like us, that are 50, 60, and 70 plus years old. It's really simple, and it's called www, and that's not the World Wide Web or the Wild Women of Wrestling. What we're really talking about simply is to warm up, to wake up, to work out. But let's be honest with ourselves. Our joints, ligaments, tendons, and muscles are now over a half century old. Mine is closer to 3/4 of a century. It's important to use warm-up exercises to wake up our bodies, not just to convince our minds we want to exercise, but to also prepare our bodies to work out. We have to get our metabolism going to get our blood delivering and feeding our bodies with oxygen and nutrients for our muscles and tendons to work safely. Listen, when we were younger, it actually was easier. It was still www, but then it was wake up to warm up, to work out. We would just wake up, head to the gym, warm up a little, and jump into our workout. If you remember in PE class when we were a teenager, the coach would say, okay, let's warm up. And we'd start doing jumping jacks and push-ups and sit-ups and, gosh, those dreaded burpees. But they were right. Even at that age, we needed to warm up before sports and working out. Now, a half century later, it's even more important. But first, let's review some basic biology. There are 3 types of muscles in our bodies. They are skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles, and smooth muscles. The smooth muscles form the walls of most of our blood vessels, our glands, and our organs inside of our body. Cardiac muscles, of course, are your heart. Whereas we have over 600 skeletal muscles, each of the major muscle groups are attached to our bones through tendons. Our bone-to-bone is through a ligament. Ligament and tendons are made up of groups of collagen fibers. The skeletal muscles in our bodies, along with our joints, ligaments, and tendons, are responsible for our body's movement. Since protein, is the food source for the amino acids and nutrients for all of our muscles, not just the skeletal muscles, but for also the muscles responsible for your heart, blood vessel, glands, and organs, I hope you begin to understand how important is knowing your minimum daily protein requirement is. As we get older, our joints also are wearing out. And without resistive strength conditioning, our muscles begin to weaken and atrophy, and our ligaments and tendons become less supple as we age. As I said, our joints become lax and less stable, and we can use resistive strength conditioning to tighten up the joints by shortening and building the skeletal muscle fibers around them, thereby making the joint tighter and way more stable again. Now, this is really important to me. The reason I say this is when I go on vacation for sometimes a month or 6 weeks, I have a joint here that is so loose that by the time we get back, because my muscle fibers within my deltoids have relaxed, I'm actually able to move this in and out of the rotator cuff. If you think of the rotator cuff attached to the shoulder, almost like a mushroom, okay, then you'll see that the object is it can move in and out. Well, that's because my muscles were relaxing and I need to tighten them back up. Just a few days of intense strength conditioning and I tighten and shorten those muscles back up, and this shoulder is rock solid again and stable. Very important. So, Deb and I will spend as much of anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour warming up our bodies with various exercises, core work to accomplish this, just to wake up our bodies and be ready to work out. Next, you also have to think of the muscle group you're going to exercise that particular day. You need to spend some time warming up that area that you are going to concentrate on. This is so important. If you work out with a personal or strength trainer, they may cost anywhere from $20 to $60 an hour. Do you want to pay them to warm you up to work out? Or be prepared to work out? It's your money. Do them a favor. They want to give you the best workout for the time they have with you. So get to the gym early and warm up, wake up, and prepare your body for the muscle and joints that your trainer is going to concentrate on that day. As far as repetitions and sets are concerned, after 58 years of weight training, I have found that 1 to 6 reps are for power training, 8 to 10 reps are for building and shaping your body, and 12 reps minimum allows you to enter what I call the area of strength conditioning. The upper repetitions will allow you to strengthen your body and raise your heart rate for additional long-term health benefits. Since the government identified the HIIT, or high intensity interval training, as the most beneficial exercise program, therefore resistive strength conditioning, the rapid raise of the heart rate, the sustained repetitions, and the maximum resistive loads provide the perfect platform for the HIIT program of health that the government recommends. Deb and I use anywhere from 3 to 5 sets for exercises. Sometimes we even push them to 10 or 7 to 10 sets. Okay, a couple of more items. There is no such thing as no pain, no gain. I absolutely hate that one. Pain is the body's way of telling you something is wrong. Listen to it. It's important. I use no burn, no gain as a mantra in our garage gym when I'm training Deb or some clients. Now, one of the things that we'll be talking about, because some of these things I'll be talking about in videos as we go forward, is this is very important to me now that we're older, okay? As you can see, I'm saying don't, while lifting, jerk the weight or accelerate the weight. Very important, because now that we're older and we're training, it's so easy to tear and damage a tendon because they're a group of collagen fibers and they're attached to the bones, but they're over a half century old. So let's not accelerate the weight or yank that weight, okay? Very important. All you want to do is lift, push, pull, and don't forget the resist, which is the weight or the effort going down. Remember, the muscle only contracts. It only contracts. And if it only contracts, we have to have some way to relax it. And that's either through gravity or an opposing muscle that is going to contract. So make sure that you also concentrate on resist. And I'll be covering that in another video in more detail. So, now, this is something that I find very useful when I'm training Deb or clients, okay? Now, with Deb here, and like, especially with new clients when they're coming to work out, one of the things that I like to do, and of course I ask them, can I touch them? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up and touch their carotid arteries. Now, when I touch their carotid arteries, I'm looking for 3 things. I'm looking for the heart rate, the strength of the heartbeat, and the size of the carotid artery. When we start pushing in the gym, A lot of times we look at our heart rate or we look at the clock to see if we go by for 1 minute and we're ready to work out. But are you really ready? Well, you'll find out by checking the carotids on somebody that's actually training with you or through a trainer that the carotids can almost double in size. The heartbeat will be so strong it's beating against the side of the carotid. And of course, the heart rate is extremely high. If you have them just go and have some water, they come back and you touch them again, and you find that the heart rate has dropped, you'll feel the heartbeat drop off even further, and you'll actually feel the carotid shrink. You're ready for the next set of sets of working out. So use that in the gym. It's really important. So if you're a personal or strength trainer, that's a great advice that I've learned from a long time ago. Finally, okay, this is really important. Please listen up. Especially when you're over 50 or over a half century old. First and foremost, because of our age, before beginning any weight program, any resistive strength conditioning program, I highly recommend that you get a physical exam and a clearance from your doctor. So I want to thank everyone for watching this video. Hope you watched it to the end. If you have and you liked it, please subscribe and follow us. And we're going to be doing more videos in more detail on some of the things I'm introducing. And I'll begin to explain what is resistive strength conditioning. That's really important. And dealing with people as now we are in our elder years, okay? So thank you and have a great day. And don't stop pumping some iron, okay? Catch you later. Bye for now.